Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to my Metal Gear Solid 2 European Extreme Difficulty video walkthrough. This is the second Tengu room, and this one is hard as well. So, this is more intense than the last room, and it could be potentially harder because you can't be as cheesy in this room as you were in the last one. But at the same time, if Snake is on the ball, and if you get lucky with where they drop and where you're blocking, you can do this with very little difficulty, should I say. And I died a couple times trying to get the rhythm down for this, and the strategy, because I mean, I tried a bunch of stuff. I tried sitting against the walkways in first-person view, waiting for them to come to me while blocking and stuff. And I tried sitting in the room that we came in, and none of it seemed to work. And the only real strategy that worked for me was to literally run around with block on, trying to stab dudes. And I know you're probably thinking that doesn't sound like a very good, you know, surefire way to win, but it does, it works. And it's one of those things where the more you do it and the more aggressive you are with it, the more comfortable you get at doing it, and you get better. And like I say, if Snake is on the ball like he does on this run, because I can't even fault Snake, he fucking bosses it, he really does. He's killing them before I even get close enough to stab them. And speaking of stab, you never want to do the stab move on this section because the recovery frames from it are kind of long and you can get damage while you're in them, so you want to only do the standard slashes, and I'm hoping that by this point you're kind of comfortable with the sword. I would understand if you weren't, because I hate the fucking sword controls. I do not know why they won't let you map them to buttons, because if you could, it would make the sword so much more fun and easy to use, but instead, you just feel like some, you know, horny man flicking his dick around because you're messing and twiddling with the analog stick like it's some kind of perverted nipple, and I'm not a fan of it at all. Don't get me wrong, I love nipples, they're awesome. Kind of pointless on men, but on women they're fantastic little tickle spots. But as far as, you know, controlling a sword on a game like this, it's just unnecessary, completely unnecessary. But you'll notice I've got pretty low life, and it doesn't really matter your life, because like I say, the Metal Gear Ray fight is it pretty much insta-kills all the way around. I do think you get your life refilled before the torture, just so that you can have the pleasure of draining it down like a bastard. But for the most, if you do get injured and you start to bleed, run back into the room that you saw me go into, crouch down, get your life back, and then come back out and fight. Because if you stay in the room too long, Snake generally starts to get his ass kicked. I don't know what it is, he just starts to not play as well as he is right now, because he's kicking ass here. I could not have asked for a better performance from him. And there's me just running around like an idiot, swinging this sword like some novice and praying for the best. And as far as the block goes as well, you can block the sword strikes, as I did just then, but because of the fussy nature of the controls and how Raiden moves sporadically, unless you're directly in front of them, facing them with the sword like horizontal in front of them, it don't block it. It's kind of weird. The blocking system is unreliable at best. Like for bullets, it seems to be super useful, but if you're not completely dead on straight with them when they hit you with the sword, it still hits you. Like, I don't even think you can be moving, I think you've got to be still. I think it's something like that. And all I would say is do not rely on it. Always try and get the first slash, and if you can, try and dodge, because evasive maneuvers are equally as effective as getting the first hit. And if you do get super lucky, they'll probably die before you get a chance to attack them, because Snake will shoot them. Because the dude is an aimbot, quite literally. But this is one of those sections I was never really afraid to do, because it never crossed my mind that this could be hard. I don't know why. To me, I was thinking about stuff like the Harrier fight, and the Fat Man fight, and the sniping section that I've always hated, and things like that. And some of them proved to be challenging, but others just proved to be pretty standard, and then this proved to be a big old pain in the ass. Especially the first room, because the first room is much longer than this one. This one is a fraction of the size of the first one. But when you do this circular room, this will be the last firefight with soldiers that you're going to have to endure, and everything from then on is boss. Boss, torture, boss. And then ridiculously long, unskippable, completely stupid, ridiculous, and unexplained ending. But just keep doing your thing, keep slashing dudes, keep, you know, getting your Metal Gear Solid on. And yes, just big ups to Snake right here, because he's doing all the work. I'm taking all the credit, but if it wasn't for him, I would be having a really rough time. And it's a shame there isn't a surefire, cheesy way of winning, because I do like, you know, looping stuff or finding cheeky exploits, but I just wasn't able to do that. But good luck with it, people. You're going to need it until you get enough, you know, practice to learn it, and you take care now.